We present to you a universal multi-currency channel expert advisor developed by the professional robot rating team. This expert advisor is designed to work with MT4 and MT 5 and can operate with various channel oscillators according to your preferences. The expert advisor features a convenient information panel that displays trading pairs, which you can specify in the settings. It also shows the number of open orders and lots, details of current trading, and trading results for the current day, week, and month. There are buttons for manually closing buy orders, sell orders, and all orders, as well as a settings button for modifying parameters for individual trading instruments. Additionally, the upper part of the panel displays all the necessary trading account information. An essential condition for using the channel indicator in this expert advisor is the presence of 3 bands, 2 channel boundaries, and a median. This information can be found in the external parameters of the indicator settings. In the expert advisors, one of our proprietary channel indicators is initially used. In addition to this indicator, a standard terminal indicator, the parabolic SAR, and 2 of our other indicators are used as supplementary indicators. Of the 2 different types of indicators, there is a reversal indicator with a color change and an arrow indicator, which you can replace yourself with any similar ones. Therefore, this expert advisor is universal. Please note that in the expert advisor settings, the indicators must be exactly as they are saved in your terminal, and they must also be correctly specified for global brokers. Otherwise, the expert advisor will not function correctly. In the expert advisor settings, you can choose its operating mode, either single trading instrument operation or multi-currency. You can adjust the shift size to your convenience and specify the operational period of the expert advisor. If all periods are disabled, the expert advisor will operate around the clock. In the main conditions for opening positions, there is a field with the name of the main channel indicator. The movement of its price levels will serve as a signal for opening positions in the direction we need, along with the numbers of 3 bookers. It is necessary to verify the operation of our expert advisor. You will find these booker numbers in the indicator settings. Be sure to check the correct spelling of the name indicator and the numbers of its 3 bookers in the expert advisor settings. In this section you can also choose the trading direction, only buy, only sell, or buy and sell, and set one or several conditions for the crossing of the channel levels. Touching the channel boundary is considered as naive channel. Touching the channel boundary is considered as naive channel. The closing bar is the crossing of the channel boundary. If the price leaves the channel zone, if the price leaves and increases, the channel zone. These are very important conditions. Therefore, we ask you to analyze them thoroughly, for example, when the price moves a significant distance beyond the channel zone. And take these conditions into account when determining the distance and multiplier for opening subsequent positions. When analyzing, use the time frame on which you plan to operate the expert advisor. And consider the price movement over the longest possible period, especially in cases where there have been significant price breakouts beyond the channel boundaries. For example, if you choose the condition of the price touching the channel boundary upon breaking out, then keep in mind that this breakout can be more than 1.5 pips and even 3,000 pips, for some trading instruments under strong market volatility. When choosing the condition, if the price leaves and returns to the channel zone, you must consider that during strong price movements the bar may be long. And its close, where the position should be opened, can be significantly removed from the channel boundary, and it may even be located at its center. All of this is necessary for you to choose the type of trading that is personally comfortable for you, one that can be set up with these conditions for the price to cross the channel boundary, as well as for the required distance to open subsequent positions. In our trading, we use the conditions of touching and crossing the channel boundary, as well as entering the channel. To do this, we enable these conditions in our setups and disable all others. At the same time, as seen on the screen, when the market is highly volatile, breaking beyond the channel boundaries is usually not as powerful. Using the display of the maximum spread and personal slippage, you can restrict the opening of positions under conditions that are inconvenient for you at market open or during openings. The multiplier and step distance are intended for the opening conditions of additional averaging positions. For example, if historical data shows that under your chosen position opening conditions, Positions exit at the channel's sleepy zone. At the peak, it did not exceed a specific value. Any movement beyond that is considered abnormal, leading to two scenarios: further trend continuation or price fragmentation. In the first scenario, it is better to use a lower multiplier, while in the second, a higher multiplier is preferable to quickly close the grid on a likely price fragment. The choice depends on your trading style. Additional conditions for opening positions help with risk management within your chosen trading style in such situations. To that end, this section uses two filters to control the number of open positions and their total volume. When enabled, you can set different parameters for distance and multipliers, which will take effect after opening the specified number and overall volume of lot positions according to your trading strategy. For example, if you want position closing to occur aggressively, use an increased multiplier. If you want to trade more conservatively, use a smaller multiplier. Our Universal Expert Advisor has three main strategies for closing positions: at the opposite boundary of the channel, at the channel's median, and using trailing profit, which you can enable or disable on your own. In addition, there are also three supplementary auxiliary conditions and a special condition for closing positions. We have devoted significant attention to the conditions for closing positions because we prefer not to lose the opportunity to earn even a small amount from below while also avoiding any possible risks. The additional conditions for closing a position include the reversal of the standard parabolic SAR indicator and signals from our two indicators of two different types. One is a reversal indicator with a change in color and an arrow indicator, which you can replace on your own with any other similar ones. Each of these additional conditions has a minimal profit filter for accepting the signal of that condition or after it. The last one applies only to parabolic SAR. As mentioned earlier, the main indicator and all auxiliary indicators used in this Universal Expert Advisor can be independently replaced with any other similar indicators of these types. The remaining condition for their use is that they must contain the necessary buffers. The numbers of these buffers and the names of these indicators must be exactly as specified in the Expert Advisor settings. Otherwise, it will not work properly. You can find the required buffers and their numbers in the settings of these indicators. Before using the Expert Advisor, be sure to verify the correctness of the indicator names used in it and their numbers in the settings. The indicator names must be identical to those under which they are saved in your terminal. If the indicators are absent from your terminal, the Expert Advisor will not work. To verify that these conditions are met, it is recommended that you use the terminal tester. The use of all auxiliary indicators is unnecessary, so you can disable or enable them as you wish. One of the important conditions for risk management is controlling the number and volume of lots in open positions. For this purpose, Expert Advisors also have a special condition for closing positions, under which, when the specified number and volume of lots are reached, a new special take profit begins to operate for the open positions. The parameters set here need to take into account the selected condition for opening positions when the channel levels are crossed and the price dynamics when exiting the channel zone. With the condition we used, it is evident that the price at the peaks did not exceed 1,500 pips. Under the opening conditions through 300 pips in our settings, a quantity greater than 5 is considered abnormal. Therefore, in the special conditions, we specify 5 positions so that the closed positions can unload the accumulated lot volume through the special take profit and thereby reduce potential risks. As mentioned earlier, our Universal Expert Advisors panel has buttons for closing open positions manually if necessary. When performing these actions, pop-up windows appear on the screen. To change certain parameters in the settings of individual trading instruments, there is a Set button. If you have changed any parameters, they will take effect immediately after saving them. The remaining parameters will operate according to the general settings. To revert to the general settings for this trading instrument, you need to delete the new parameters and save the settings again. Click on the currency pair's ticker. An additional window for that pair opens so that, if necessary, you can analyze the current trading conditions for that pair. To display the necessary details in the pop-up window. Moreover, if you use them in the Expert Advisor, you need to create a default template with them. Save it as the default. In the logic of the Expert Advisor's operation, All possible conditions of the trading strategy for working with the price channel have been implemented, along with the ability to use various channel indicators and two types of auxiliary indicators. A reversal indicator with color change and an arrow indicator are included. The versatile Universal Channel Expert Advisor is a unique professional trading tool for operating with trading strategies that use the price channel, suitable for both professionals and beginners. Thanks to its clear and user-friendly settings interface and the multi-currency panel, which is provided in the standard version for a black terminal background and available for a white background on request. For all questions, you can always contact us using the contact information provided below, as well as through our website.